Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it'd be a good idea to do a how I weaned my baby video. Basically just going to tell you what I did to wean Ben from breastfeeding. From the beginning I wanted to breastfeed, and then over 6 months he started showing less and less interest. Well, probably around 5 months he started showing less and less interest in nursing. Not that he still wanted to nurse during the day and stuff, but I found at nighttime he would show less interest, and in the morning first thing I would bring him in bed with us. He would show less interest, like he would pull away and want to be looking around seeing what Dad was doing because he was getting ready for work. So it was just little hints like that, and I didn't think anything of it, but I realized now that he was showing less interest in nursing. He wasn't so into it anymore. So basically Ben has always been, well, not so much anymore, but when he was newer he was always on the smaller side. He was always a smaller baby, and he nursed like every 2 hours for a long time. I don't remember when. I want to say it around, probably around the 5-month mark. I started giving him a bottle around like noon hour, and I think we started with like a 6-ounce bottle of formula just to like top him up, keep him full during the day. And at that point he was still eating, nursing every 2 hours. So at around that noon mark, around there, wherever it landed that day, I would give him a bottle. And I found eventually if we had somewhere to go, I would move that bottle to when we were out, just because it was easier to not just like whip out my boob and throw the nursing cover on and feed him that way. He's never been a good nurser that way. He doesn't like to be covered, and I'm not one to just show my boobs to the world, so I was never comfortable with that. So, and he didn't like being under the cover, which is fair. Like everyone says, who wants to eat with the blanket over your face? It's not comfortable, it's hot, it's dark, whatever, I get it. So we eventually started moving that bottle to whenever we were out, and that was great. Once he started having that extra bottle a day, I found he was getting more calories, and it was easier to change him to nursing every 3 hours. I found that took a long time to get him to every 3 hours. At that point we added a bottle in the morning, so he would have like a 6-ounce in the morning and then like a 6-ounce in the afternoon. Sometimes we spread it out that way, and still nursing in between those. So we still nursed him sleep, and he nursed in the morning, and with whatever every 3 hours nursing. And then around 6 months we ended up moving. After we moved, I was stressed. Our life was in a whirlwind. We had people helping us, and just things were different. He just did not want to nurse. He would cry. He was he was starving, but he wouldn't nurse for me, so I ended up just giving him a bottle. He had to eat, so he had formula during the day at that point, and then he would only nurse at nighttime and before bed. So he basically weaned himself. I don't know if it's because he had a bottle during the day, so he knew kind of like, ooh, I like this like instant fullness. Like I don't have to sit here and suck on a boob for half an hour or however long he nursed. I think it was about 20 minutes at that point he would nurse each time. He was never a quick eater. He always took a long time to eat, I found. So yeah, maybe it's because he had a bottle and he knew what it was like to get instant formula. He would still nurse at night and in the morning, and then eventually in the morning it was like Jordan would bring him to me in bed because he would be getting ready for work, and I would just sleep in a little bit and nurse Ben in bed with me. And eventually he was not interested at all. He would just pull off, look around, see what Dad was doing. He didn't want to nurse, so I would give him a bottle. I tried for a little bit to keep it going, and I would just give him a bottle when we got out of bed, but eventually I just cut it out completely. Jordan would make him a bottle and bring it to bed into our bedroom, and he would just have his bottle in the morning in our bed with me or Jordan. he just wasn't interested in that morning feed anymore, which was convenient because at the beginning when we did that, it would be like an hour or an hour and a half. We would fall back asleep because he'd be nursing and fall asleep. So that was nice, but that had to end, obviously. All good things must come to an end. And then we were just left with the nighttime feed before bed. And like everything else, eventually, this was around 6 months, 6.5 months. I probably talk about it in his updates. I'll have his monthly updates linked down below for you guys so you can go back and verify, because I'm a little foggy with when it was exactly. But he eventually at nighttime, he just didn't want to nurse anymore. When I nursed him to sleep at night, I would always have my phone with me. I'd be on my phone like checking things, and he'd be nursing. But eventually he just wanted to see my phone and like hang out with me. He was like, hey, what's going on? Can I see that? So when that happened, I eventually realized, okay, we need to change his nighttime routine. He doesn't want to nurse anymore at all, which I didn't think was going to be hard on me, but it really was hard on me. It just gave me like a sinking feeling, like my baby doesn't want me anymore, he doesn't need me anymore, which is not the case, but at that very moment in time, that's how I felt. I remember the last time I nursed him, I put him to bed, shut the door, and I came out to the living room like really teary-eyed, and Jordan had to like comfort me, obviously, but anyways, so I was always worried about not being able to nurse him to sleep. That was something that I always thought, like, how do people do it who don't breastfeed? How do they put their baby to sleep at night? Because Ben most of the time would fall asleep and I'd put him in the crib. And I just didn't know what we were gonna do when he was done nursing. So it just worked out really great for us. I just figured, you know what, he's not nursing, I'm still gonna rock him in the rocking chair. I'd give him his Weaned soother, pacifier, whatever, and I would put that and I'd rock him and I would sing him a song, and he got a little sleepy, and then I would just transfer him into the crib. Oh yeah, that's the thing. When we were right before we stopped nursing at night, he wasn't falling asleep anymore, so I was just nursing him for about like 20 minutes, if that, and I'd put him in the crib and he would fall asleep. So the transition of the nursing to not nursing at night was kind of easy, because I just kind of did the same thing but with a soother, and I just sang to him, and it was still a bonding time, so I really liked it. So that is how I weaned my baby. It all just kind of happened naturally. It wasn't a hard decision. I knew I wasn't gonna nurse for a year, over a year, so that wasn't a goal of mine. If it is a goal of yours, great, that's awesome. I knew I wasn't gonna be one of those moms, so it kind of just happened naturally, like I said, and I'm happy with the way it happened. It wasn't hard at all on either of us, so it worked out really well all in all. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will also link down below my breastfeeding journey if you are interested in that. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.